Hey, what's happening? This is TomNerdRemix.com. A few years back, Sam Raimi of Evil Dead fame was coming back with his, return to the horror genre, lower budgeted stuff. A movie that I thought was really cool. It was funny, it was goofy, it was creepy, it was gross. Everything the Evil Dead movies were. Dragged Me to Hell. I love that movie. A lot of people shit on it. I have no idea why. Those of you people that are shitting on it are probably sitting around waiting for Evil Dead 4 or something worse like Ash versus Freddy versus Jason or Pinhead or something like that. Let me tell you, careful what you wish for, because no movie in the history of film has ever had more potential for being a complete turd piece of shit than a movie with a title like that. Just my 2 cents, my opinion on it. Sam Raimi makes good movies. Drag Me to Hell was a good movie. Let Evil Dead rest. I heard they're remaking it. They're remaking a lot of this John Carpenter stuff, who I'm going to talk about now. And let's face it, Bruce Campbell ain't no spring chicken, man. He's not going to have... he can't have somebody throwing him around like an old shoe for 90 minutes. I mean, old people don't heal well. He could break a hip or something. Then where would we be? John Carpenter is who I'm here to talk about, though. His comeback movie. Not really comeback. He was away for a while. Did some Masters of Horror, which are real cool. The Ward. The Ward centers around a girl named Kristen. Not really sure why she ends up in a mental hospital. She sets a house on fire. She's running from some people. She sets a house on fire at the beginning. Ends up in a mental hospital. In a ward. Odd. And she's with a bunch of other girls. Kristen is played by Amber Heard. No stranger to the genre. She's done some horror stuff. She's done Zombieland, The Stepfather, Pineapple Express. So, she's in here with a girl named Emily, another blonde. She's played by Mamie Gummer. My wife tells me she's in The Good Wife. I have no idea. And you have Laura Lee as Zoe, the shy, introverted girl carrying around a little stuffed animal. You have the bitch goddess, Danielle Panabaker plays Sarah. And then you have Lindsay Fonseca, who looks really good in this, named Iris. In fact, all the girls in the ward are pretty easy on the eyes, which makes this a nice movie. And then you also have Nurse Lunt, who's like the creepy, mean nurse. She's played by Susanna Burney. And hey, John Carpenter, come on, man. How hard could it be for you to get Adrienne Barbeau on the phone? Sure, she could have been in this. She could have played the nurse. I know there might be some hard feelings between you guys, but hey, who knows? Next time, get her on the phone. Also, you have Dr. Stringer, played by Jason Harris, and you have basically that's the principal cast that we're going to talk about. Now, the movie was written by Michael and Sean Rasmussen, and the feeling I get from them is they've seen a lot of Japanese horror movies. Because sitting back, I don't know if more people are getting this or not. I haven't read any reviews on this yet, but my take on it is the movie is kind of Juon Ringu Dark Water-ish, and even to the point of having a ghost. By the way, the ward is haunted by a ghost. That's what the story centers around. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a ghost of a past patient. The doctor knows something, Dr. Stringer. He knows something, and so do the other girls. What they know, I don't know. And girls start disappearing, gruesomely. There's some good gore in here. Effects were done by the N and the B of KNB Effects, Greg Nicotero and Howard Berger. And it's nice to see some good old practical effects on screen. I don't know how much of it was practical, how much of it was CGI, but it looked like some good old school practical effects, which is nice. This pleases me. Now, Carpenter's most famous for like The Fog, Escape from New York, Thing, Halloween, and Christine. Hell, I even like Ghosts of Mars. Is this along the lines of those? No, it's not. There's a lot of flaws with this movie, but you can tell it's John Carpenter, but there's a few things missing. The surreal aspects of a Carpenter film are there. You don't really have the evil slapstick villain type guy. There's no Snake Plissken in this. Quite frankly, I couldn't see Kurt Russell in this movie. I could see Adrienne Barbeau, but not Kurt Russell. And What's missing from this movie that I think is most glaring, the music was done by Mark Killian, who hasn't really done much horror work per se as far as original scores. He's been in the music department on a few horror movies, but not much in a way of actually, you know, helming the music on a movie. And in a John Carpenter movie, the music is as much a part of the movie as any of the actors of the story. I mean, give me The Fog, give me Christine, give me Halloween, things like that, and it shits all over Goblin anything they've done. Sorry to offend all you Italian guys, but you know, that it is what it is for me, and that's just not here. And is it missing? Does the music suck? No, the music doesn't suck, but the music is very run-of-the-mill horror movie-ish. You know, it could you could have this music in the I don't know, the Prom Night remake or something like that, and it just you know, a Carpenter film, I kind of get up for the music too, and that just didn't work here. The ending of this movie was, to me, was flawed. I'm not going to say it's a complete cop-out, and I'm not going to tell you the ending, but possible spoiler, the ending is very Shutter Island-ish to me. So, other than that, this movie looks beautiful. It looks like they spent a hell of a lot more on it than I'm probably sure they did. Little more of a budget than what I'm used to reviewing, but all in all, it's a solid film. Is it on par with The Thing? Is it on par with Big Trouble in Little China? Is it on par with Christine or Halloween, the holy grail of John Carpenter movies? I'm going to say no, not hardly, not close. But is it a decent horror film? Yeah. Is it something that John Carpenter should be ashamed of? No way. All the performances of the actors are good, and you know, it's got Carpenter's fingerprints on it. Is it a classic? No. But is it worth a look? Definitely, yes. Definitely take a look at it. There is some good jump scare moments. Like I said, parts of the story are derivative, but the movie flows well. It takes a while to get going, but they develop the characters, and it captures your attention in that you want to see what's coming next. You want to see this whole mystery plot line come to fruition, and you want to know what's going to go on. So, that being said, John Carpenter, I still love you, man. This is a decent movie. It ain't one of your best, but I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's The Ward, John Carpenter directed, written by Michael and Sean Rasmussen, and Amber Heard plays the lead. Check it out. I'm Tom, NerdRemix.com. Support independent cinema, even higher budgeted stuff like this. Thanks. Halloween!